Hello, what's up, everybody? Happy 2021. I hope you guys had a fantabulous new year. We are back. There was no episode last week, so I didn't do anything last week, but we're here now to talk about what happened on this week. And this episode should be pretty quick because it wasn't a very involved episode. It really just focused on one thing primarily, which was Joy's sister passing. And so we're going to talk about that and all of the trickle down effects and some of the other stuff that happened on the episode. But I hope y'all are doing good, and I hope you all had a good new year. Whatever it was you did, whether you chilled or if you went out, I hope you were safe. And you're back with us on today. And let's get into my notes. I have some pages because I wrote them down this time. So stay with me and pray with me as we go through them. So let's just go ahead and get the whole thing with Joy and her sister passing. Let's talk about that. So the episode pretty much starts out talking about that. There was a little bit of stuff before that, but I'll go back to that later. I was glad they did not show her scene, her early scene when she was in there with Jay. I guess they were probably in her room. I was glad they didn't film that part, like when she first found out. Jay says that she was extremely distraught, and rightfully so. She had just spoken to her sister, and then her sister, the next call she got was her sister had passed. Very shocking. 32 years old, I believe her sister was. Like, I don't know what I would do if I were to get a phone call like that, especially if I had just spoken to you, like we just talked. So it's very, very shocking. I still do not know exactly what happened with her sister. I did some digging around on Twitter and a couple of other social media pages. From what I could gather, I'm thinking it's one or two things. It either was an accident or some type of, I don't know if she had some type of heart condition, because they were taking donations in her honor to the American Heart Association. So I know one of y'all know, because somebody always got the tea around here. So for whoever it is that might know, you can put it down in the comments, because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be wondering. But that's just what I could find out. I really couldn't find out a lot. But we have Jay going to Joy for that, and then Jay goes down to talk to nephew Tommy. I appreciated the talk that nephew Tommy had with Jay, but then nephew Tommy started getting, he a little shaky voiced it about the grief that he experienced when his dad passed and how it was sudden for him. I mean, he brought it back around. He brought it back around to basically telling Jay, it's not so much about what you say, but just listening and being there in the moment. It's not really anything that you can do or say, because that's kind of how Jay was feeling. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say to comfort her. And it doesn't surprise me, because men are solvers in that way. They when they see you crying, it's kind of like, okay, how can I fix it? But Tommy was just saying, just being there sometimes is enough. So Tommy brought it back around, but I was getting worried about bro. I was like, we're gonna have to take him off somewhere too, so he could get it together. But he got it. He was able to get it back together, and gave Jay some good advice. And then the rest of the episode is like Jay had completely zoned out up until he made the decision to leave, which I am going to. Well, I guess we can start moving into that. So after nephew Tommy tells everybody what happened, of course, everybody is sad. Everybody is shocked. Joy has a significant presence in the house. She seems to be one of those people that everybody can just be themselves around and be comfortable. And so everybody had great things to say about Joy. The cast uplifted her and gave her messages of hope and love and encouragement and just things to help her in her grief and let them know that let her know that she would be missed by all of them. So that was good. That was cool to see. And I'm sure that probably was, I'm sure she probably felt like that was really nice to hear them say those things about her. Later on, after that, we kind of just move into everybody just checking in with each other, making sure everybody's good. And Winter, you guys, I was uncomfortable watching Winter. I don't know. I feel like Winter's one of those people. She is genuinely nice. I feel like she is a genuinely nice person. So when I saw her checking in with Edwin and checking in with Jay, it's not that I had a problem with it, but it just, I got why she did it, because I think she's just one of those people, like, I know that you had this relationship with this person, and just because I'm not the woman that you chose doesn't mean that I can't check up on you. So I got that, you guys. I'm not so crazy where I believe that you can't check on people just because they didn't choose you. That's not what I'm saying. It just, I don't know, like, it just reminded me of times like back in the day where I used to be doing the most, to try to be that supportive person, even though I'm not gonna say it wasn't my place, but I didn't have to be as supportive as I was trying to be. But I wanted to make sure, like, I felt guilty somewhere about not doing it. And I don't know, like, it was a whole bunch of people in that house, that that could have been doing all that checking in. But maybe that's just her personality in her way. I just still kind of felt like, did anybody else get uncomfortable? Does anybody know where I'm going? Because I don't want to say that she looked, it wasn't a desperation thing. And I'm not saying that she was wrong for checking up on him. I just don't, what am I trying to say? I don't know. It just made me uncomfortable because I was just like, it's a bunch of people that can check on them. Like, it's a bunch of people that knows they had this thing for Joy. So I don't know. I almost felt like production was like, "Hey, Winter, go check on everybody," but she doesn't, right? And Edwin is feeling some type of way, but Edwin is feeling, it's a little different for Edwin. Edwin is realizing that this journey for him maybe wasn't so much about finding love with another person, but maybe he came to some realizations on his own. And Jay is starting to feel like, you know what? I don't think I need to be here taking up space. And Winter, he basically said, I was feeling you at first, but now I kind of got this thing with Joy, and I just wanted to let you know that I'm probably gonna go to her and see what's up. And Winter was like, okay, well, you just let me know if you need anything. I was just like, Winter, no, just say, okay, I understand that, and best of luck to you. I just think she's probably just really sweet, you guys. She probably is, but maybe I'm just mean. I might just be mean, y'all. Maybe I am. Y'all can tell me if I am. So, Jay's gonna leave. He's gonna go to Joy and see what she needs, and I think that's fine. I didn't have a problem with that. I almost wanted him to do that from jump. When she first was leaving, when she had that breakdown, like in that foyer area, you guys, I was no more good. Okay, I was no more good. That cry and the way that she screamed out, I mean, it was just, oh my gosh, it was so much grief and so much pain. And when she was like, I don't think that I can, I was like, oh my gosh, this is sad. I wish they wouldn't even have shown that, because I wasn't any more good after they showed that part. But I was surprised Jay didn't leave with her then, like when she did that. But he was looking lost the whole episode. So I was glad that he made the decision to go, because that's where he feels like his emotions and his feelings are. He wants to be there for her. So good. So he's going to go. Edwin's also going to go because Edwin has realized, A, Joy not there, and B, he's realized that maybe he wasn't ready for love the way that he thought. And nephew Tommy and a few of the other people realized that he kind of has been on like a self-love journey, and Joy was the catalyst that helped him realize he needs to get back in touch with himself. Joy, I like Joy because Joy has she's not ashamed of the work that she's done on herself, because sometimes you try to hide it. Like, how when people ask you how old you are, and then they're like, how many kids you got? And, oh, so you ain't never been married, and you ain't never had this, and you start to feel like, okay, wait, now, is something wrong with me? But, Joy just kind of takes it as, I did some work on myself, I've done this, I've done that, and now I'm ready. And that's kind of like the attitude that I think the space that a lot of us want to be in, because when you are, when you love yourself and you're happy with yourself and you've done the work, I think it conveys out to other people. Like, other people can see it, and it can be more of an inspiration and less of a, well, I was effed up, so I just need to get it together. So I like that part about Joy. And I'm glad she helped Edwin realize that he might need to do that as well. So Edwin's going to go and Jay's going to go, and, it's like the easiest elimination time ever, because we've had two people leave voluntarily, and then of course Joy involuntarily because of her situation. So you guys can let me know what you thought about that. I'm trying to see if I missed anything with it. I don't think so. Okay, so let's move on to some other stuff that's going on in the episode, and that is the alternate universe that Denise is living in. And I say alternate because if I try to wrap my head around what it is that Denise is doing, I'm gonna start thinking it might be something wrong with me. And so I can't go there. So we just gonna say she living She living somewhere on her own, but it is quite comical. So let's talk about it. So Denise and Calfani are having a conversation, and she's telling Calfani how she's feeling about him, and wants to know where Calfani is. And Calfani was like, "Well, you was my number one as of recently, but then, when the whole situation went down, and I started spending more time with Adriana." I mean, I don't really, and Denise is like, "So you could see her potentially being the mother of your child? Is that what you could see?" And he was like, "Yeah, I could see that." And so Denise is just like, "Okay, so now I'm hearing that I am second best, and that's a lot for me. That's not what I was expecting to hear." And I don't know, the rest of us knew where Denise stood. I mean, I'm sure it's a lot going on in that house, but the rest of us knew. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So she didn't get the memo, and she didn't understand how she ended up in the second best position. But Calfani apparently has been spending more time with Adriana. She thought that they had something locked in. She was feeling some type of way. She was falling for him. Okay, I was already feeling the love. I was starting to love you. And I was just like, Denise. Now, I don't know a whole lot about the game, but I know you do not tell these ninjas that you were starting to fall in no type of love, especially if you're not getting signals that has been reciprocated. So, all right, that's that's just part of her universe, though, I think. It's part of her universe, all right? So Denise is kind of just going on in the confessionals about Calfani tripping and how she don't understand how Calfani doesn't see what all of this is. And Denise clearly doesn't lack confidence. Okay, she definitely is not insecure at all. I think she's very confident in herself. I just think that I don't know if she's always seeing the same reality that the rest of us are seeing. So later on, she's talking to Calfani again. And she was like, "Well, Calfani, all right." After he already told her that she's second. Now she gonna tell him that you wasn't first no way. Okay, I'm about to, you second as well. As a matter of fact, we gotta break up. Okay, I'm gonna have to break up with you because I asked for a sign spiritually, and I feel like God gave me a sign, and we gonna have to break up. And Calfani was like, "Okay, I didn't know we was together to break up, but okay. You say we breaking up, that's cool." So Denise says, "Yeah, and I'm really thinking Anthony is the one. I've been talking to Anthony, and I'm just more interested in him, and I'm really starting to see that it's more so about him. So yeah, I'm gonna put my interest there, okay? Because I feel like the love now is with Anthony." So, ooh, child, I'm telling y'all, that Denise knows she's something else. She's something else. And so Calfani is just like, "Okay, that's cool," and he cool with it. And now Denise is shocked because she don't understand why Calfani not gonna fight for her. That was a test to see if Calfani was gonna fight for me. I want a man to fight for me. I want him to realize that I'm the prize. And because he didn't fight for me, now I know. Did we learn nothing from Two Can Play That Game? Did we learn nothing from Vivica Fox and Morris Chestnut? That when it comes to love, there are no rules. You cannot play games. You cannot test your partner. That's one of my favorite movies, actually. You cannot be playing these games and testing nobody when it comes to the games of love. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, Denise. So Calfani not fighting for her. Why would he fight for you, Denise? Because you're already showing some signs of not being all the way there and being in this alternate universe, okay? So Denise goes her own way, and the men get together and they talk. And by the men, I mean Anthony and Calfani. Now, a lot of people on Twitter were saying that Calfani was wrong for bringing this up to Anthony. Calfani posted on Twitter that production told him and Anthony to have that conversation. And again, if we have learned nothing else from this season, I bet you production has learned that they're going to have to get their paperwork together because it was entirely too many spoilers. They're talking way too much on Twitter. I don't even like being on Twitter because I feel like I get the whole episode before I even watch it. It's so many spoilers. It's so much explaining. And it just really, to me, takes away from the reunion as well as the show. So they need to get a handle on that because Calfani told everybody that production told them to have a conversation because y'all wasn't about to be around there saying he a gossip, which it wouldn't have mattered. I wouldn't have cared either way if production told him or not told him. I know men talk just like we talk. So they sit down and they have a conversation. And Calfani said, she told me she was breaking up with me for you. Because now she feel like she falling for you. And he was just like, what? So basically, I'm the second choice now. I said, Anthony, you've been everybody's second choice anyway, so I don't know why you mad about this. You was winner second choice too. So he was just like, oh no, I don't appreciate that, because I never, we never had this kind of conversation. So I don't know why she's telling you that, like she's just had this conversation with me where everything has changed and all this different stuff has happened. So so y'all listen. When she do sit down with Anthony, Denise and Anthony sit down together. Denise is now telling Anthony, it's all about you. It's perfectly imperfect. I'm feeling it with you. I feel like I'm falling. I am falling. And Anthony is looking at her like, you are crazy. I'm telling y'all, I really, there's no way that she doesn't want to be an actress. She has to want to embark in movies or Broadway, because it's just, I don't believe anybody would play themselves like this, but child, maybe she did. Maybe she did. Oh my gosh. I am falling. And Anthony is just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this, right? All right. So later on, Denise also expressed to Winter that she got her eyes on Anthony. And Winter is just like, okay, I don't really know if I'm feeling that idea, because I thought you was all about Calfani, and now all of a sudden you switching up. So let me go talk to Anthony. So it's a whole bunch, Denise just done caused a whole bunch to be going on. And when she goes to talk to Anthony, she wants to make sure they're still good. I don't know if I see a whole lot of chemistry between Winter and Anthony. I just think, they're trying to make it to the finale or whatever. But okay, I guess we'll see how it goes. But Anthony is just like, no worries. Okay, no, you ain't got to worry about that. I'm still here. We here. Okay, we still here together. Don't worry about it. He give her a kiss. And I'm just like, Denise, I believe that this going to be your last time in the bottom. You're going to have to go home. So, Rashid and Adriana go out on a date, and I really want Rashid to call Simone, because Adriana's not it. Adriana is ditzy. I don't know how I'm just now realizing it, but all that giggling and stuff had got on my nerves this episode. And Rashid wants to know how she's feeling, and she's just like, well, right now, it's just all about the future for me, and what that looks like, and picking who's really going to work for me in the future. And I was just like, you ain't answered the question. What he asked you was, is it him or Calfani? And we all know what the answer is. She really want that. I think she wants the meat package, personally, that is Calfani. But I really think she's not thinking with her right mind. If she was thinking with her right mind, it would be Rashid all the way. That's just my opinion, though. But see, Rashid need to just call Simone. He need to just call Simone. But, she playing the game now. She playing the game. She keeping Rashid right where she want him. She kissing on him. She got Calfani right where she want him. And Calfani ain't got nowhere to go because he got broke up with. So, so now that's, who he got his eye on. And she going to have to make a decision. I think I went out of order. As far as... So Anthony actually had the conversation with Winter before his date with Denise, when she said, I am falling. So y'all just keep that in mind. But anyway, at the very end of the episode, we got to decide who's going to stay, who's going to go. The gentlemen have already eliminated themselves, Edwin and Jay. And so now it's really a woman that's got to get eliminated, and we all know who it's going to be. So Denise is over by the bar, and she's getting the talk from Anthony first, okay, about how him and Calfani had talked. We had this whole conversation, but basically, you let Calfani know that he wasn't your number one, so that you could try to put your focus on me, but you hadn't even had any conversation with me before you let Calfani know all this. So I'm confused. I don't really know if I feel like you're ready for what I'm ready for, and if you feeling me in that way. And so Anthony tried to tell Denise that Calfani feels the same, so ain't no need in you talking to him. And Denise is just like, no, he can tell me himself. You can send him over here. So Principal Denise, she sends for Calfani, and Calfani comes over there, and basically says the same thing. Like, I talked to Anthony, I talked to old boy, and it seems like, you wasn't really keeping it 100. Even about what y'all had going on, and you was my number one at one point in time, but then that just kind of began to change. And so Denise is just done with everybody. It's their loss. It's not my loss. It's fine. I'm the queen. I'm the winner. They didn't take nothing away from me. I am the prize. And that is what people need to realize. So if you're not going to fight for me, I don't need to find it here. I lost nothing, and she gonna go home. And y'all, look. I mean, that's really it. I don't really, that's really it. That's all that really happened on the episode. We basically just watched, Denise play herself. And I'm telling you, I almost wondered if she planned it. I know this is not the most entertaining review because it wasn't too much that happened. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about Denise and the trifecta that she tried to do on the show and how it just kind of blew up. Do you believe she planned it? Do you believe that she did it on purpose? I don't know. It's like she's like she knew she was losing and wanted to go out with a bang. Or do you believe that she's just living in another world and, in a world full of imagination? But y'all let me know what y'all thought, and like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all for the next one. Bye.